This is The Fifth Estate, a conversation between young African scholars from the Fort Hall School of Government in Nairobi, Kenya, and Professor Mutahi Nguni. We have submitted in the past that Kalonzo Musyoka is not particularly clever. But this week, we must question our submission. And we say so because it is not always right to be right. Maybe we have misread the man, especially after the reception he received in Bondo, Raila's city-state. The arguments made in support of Kalonzo resonated with history. In 2007, Kalonzo was Raila's boss. He was vice president, Raila was prime minister. Come 2013, Kalonzo stepped down for Raila to become president, but they lost. In 2017, Kalonzo stepped down again for Raila, and they lost. But 2022 was the big one. Raila had the backing of the deep state, the system, and the subsystem, plus Matiang'i. Kalonzo stepped down again. But not only for Baba Man, but for Martha Karua as Raila's running mate. But they lost again for the third time. The lowest common denominator in Raila's failure was Kalonzo Stephen Musyoka. When Mudavadi and Wetangula abandoned Raila and Kalonzo in 2022, look at where they are today. Mudavadi is the Right Honourable Prime Minister and Wetangula is Speaker. And so we ask, is this pattern of Kalonzo failures a coincidence? Maybe, maybe not.
At the Fort Hall School of Government, we endorse Kalonzo as the only opposition candidate. And we do so because the man has been faithful to history. He sacrificed his ambition for Baba Man 3 times with an impeccable record of failure. This man is a saint. But there is more. Ruto needs a good opponent. History has taught us that a worthy opponent is not a political nuisance. It is a necessity. Without a worthy enemy, a leader grows soft and arrogant. And knowing the character of Ruto, he needs a strong enemy who acts as a mirror to his 2027 path. Machiavelli taught us never to despise our enemies because they define us. He taught us that fortune favors a prince who knows how to use his enemies. That is why a good leader has a wolf outside his gate to remind the timid dogs on the inside why they need to work hard. Kalonzo will be the wolf in Ruto's gate. This will make his timid dogs in the deep state, the system, and the subsystem sit up. But there's a puzzle here. If a good leader has a wolf outside his gate, is Kalonzo a wolf at the wrong gate? We will return to this question shortly.
If Kalonzo becomes the opposition candidate and he's supported by Wamunyolo, Ruto will have a problem. If you add the 2.6 million Kamba votes to the 6 million Gema votes, Kalonzo will be starting at close to 9 million votes in 2027. This will be the new tyranny of numbers. More so if you add a pinch of Luo votes from the Bondo endorsement of Kalonzo this week. And as TJ Mboya taught us at Independence, you only need 2 big tribes and 1 small tribe to govern this country. The rest of the 41 tribes do not matter. If the Kikuyus and the Kamba come together with a pinch of Luo support, Kalonzo will become president. And the Nandi president will go home. Fact. This is the power of a worthy opponent. It makes the dogs in the deep state, the system, and the subsystem sit up. We love our politics on the edge. We are not like Samia Suluhu, our kaka blaza in Tanzania. She won the election with 98% of the votes. Those who burnt Tanzania down were only 2% of the voters. Yet, she had to be sworn in a military barrack. She could not face the 98% who voted for her.
Now we will flip the argument, and I will play the devil's advocate on Kalonzo. Did you know that in 2022, close to 8 million people did not vote? And most of these were from small tribes. If they had had a candidate and they all came out to vote, that man would be president today. And did you know that there are close to 2.3 million Somali and Turkana potential voters as per the 2019 census? But this voting bloc has been suppressed. And did you know that there are voters who live in Kenya at night but graze their animals in Ethiopia, South Sudan, Uganda, and Tanzania by day? They are close to 2 million voters. This vote is also suppressed. This is why T.J. Mboya was wrong. If these 41 small tribes, described as irrelevant, are mobilized, they will create a tyranny of small numbers. And this is how Ruto will beat Kalonzo. He does not need the Kikuyus and their big number braggadocio. All he needs are the 8 million people who did not vote, the 2.3 million Somalis, and the 2 million border belt voters who have been suppressed. Ruto's mission is to change the T.J. Mboya narrative and make the 41 irrelevant tribes significant. But will he succeed?
Now we return to a question we posed earlier. Niccolo Machiavelli taught us that a good leader has a wolf outside his gate. It forces his timid dogs in the deep state, the system, and the subsystem to sit up. And this is the question we posed. If Kalonzo is the wolf outside Ruto's gate to scare the dogs on the inside, is Kalonzo situated at the wrong gate? And the answer is absolutely yes. For 64 years, elections in Kenya have been engineered using the T.J. Mboya principle. All you need to govern this country is 2 tribes and a bit. The other 41 tribes are irrelevant. And this is what the Kalonzo candidacy is built on. But the engineering principle for elections has changed. Ethnic majoritarianism is dying. 2027 will be about the tyranny of small numbers. The 41 tribes described by T.J. Mboya as irrelevant. And this is the catchment area that Ruto is targeting. Ruto has realized that you do not need to be strong everywhere. You just need to be strong where it matters. If the 8 million people who did not vote in the 2022 elections were from the small tribes, Ruto is awakening them. 2027 will be about ending the tyranny of ethnic majoritarianism. And that is how Kalonzo will lose.